Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for tuning into another episode on the Inner Peace Speak podcast. I am your host, Kima. Excuse my voice. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I got a little cold or whatever. I'm not sure. Not bad. But I just wanted to come up here and just, talk about ending relationships for me. And in order for me to get to my next, it's some things, people, places, and things that I realize and understand that won't be able to come with me. It's a painful season of letting go and releasing, people, places, and things. But in order for you to do the work that you were called to do, in order for you to remain focused, in order for you to stay in the will of God, I know everybody's not on where I'm at. So I have to remove myself and cut ties in order for me to keep moving and to keep going where God has called me to do. So with that being said, this title, what we would talk about is ending relationships. And it's a little touchy because it's not easy for me. But when I gave God my decision, when I gave God my yes, that I will do His will, I have to be in alignment with the people that are walking down the same path that I'm walking down. And it's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's a lot of things that have happened more so recently in my life that was like, okay, God, I trust you. Like, although it gets scary and although I have to weather the storm, I still say, God, I trust you. I don't know. Sometimes it's like, I don't know if I'm coming, I'm going. I'm just like, God, I trust you. Decisions that I have to make, God, I trust you. I had to get to a point where I had to put myself first. Once I gave God my yes, I had to begin to put myself first. I had to really begin to put myself first. And, I talked about in the previous episodes, titles and me releasing titles because titles had me in bondage really, really bad. So once I decided that, I have to release titles out of my life and not just continue to be attached to people because of the titles, I said, okay, now you got to end relationships with people. Okay, you release the titles. Now you have to end relationships. Because in order for you to grow, you have to be in alignment and walking on one accord with everybody that you in contact with. This is what I'm learning. This is what I have learned, while I'm going on this journey. I can't be speaking and surrounding myself around people that's not walking on the same path that I'm walking on. I'm not going to tolerate the disrespect from people because of the history that we had together. I know that some people not going to understand my change. I know some people definitely don't receive it. And it's because it's me. And it's because of a lot of things I have allowed before because of lack of boundaries, which is going to be another topic that I'm going to discuss. Because of the lack of boundaries that was set for myself and just the immaturity that I have had, just lack of immaturity, the lack of maturity, sorry, but the lack of maturity, with age comes wisdom. I'm going to be 40 years old soon, and in this 40 years, wasn't as loud far as vocal, but I was always paying attention. And the fact that I have always paid attention, I've been jotting down. I'm telling you, if I could just show y'all all type of pads and journals of things that I just write, I got to go back to just so many pads and journals. I've really been jotting things down throughout my whole life. So that's why I'm speaking about it now. But I've been, jotting things down my whole life or whatever. And I realized, wow. And I weigh the pros and the cons, and I look at, everything. And what I do understand now is everybody is not where I'm at. And much as I will want people to be where I'm at, as much as I will want people to see things the way that, I'm not going to say the way that I see things, because I see things in the truthful way, the God's way. So it's not my way. So I see things in the right way. I know a lot of people base things off of their own personal feelings. I used to be that one. I used to base things off of my personal feelings and not look at the dynamics of the whole problem, situation, or whatever. So because I'm not in that space no more, and the people that I've used to associate myself with and still do as right now, I noticed that they're still basing it off of, titles, how long they know somebody, how long this, and me, that kept me captive. That kept me in bondage. That kept me, because I am loyal to fault. I am. Nobody can be able to just say, Kiki did some foul stuff to me. Kiki may have said some things about you, but Kiki never did no cruddy thing to nobody. Nobody could be able to say that about me. So I know who I am. At the age of 40 now, I now know who I am. I now know what I'm going to accept. I now know what I'm going to tolerate. I now know that I don't have to deal with this. Before, I wasn't sure. But now I know who I am. I know what I don't have to accept. I know what I'm not tolerating. I know what works for me. I know what does not work for me. I know who I am at the age of 40. And I bless God that at today I can be able to say I know who I am. So when I make decisions, it's based off of me and how I will conduct and how I will treat a person. So how I would treat a person, I expect the same thing. And if you can't return that same back to me respectfully, it's okay. We just have to part ways. The things that I understand and I get now, I don't have to deal with that. And I bless God that I understand that now. I don't have to deal with that. And I'm so happy. And I don't care who you are. I don't. Respectfully, I don't. I don't care who you are. I don't. I don't. Because one thing I know for sure, God got my back. And that's not me talking no type of way. That's just me being honest. I know, I don't fear nobody. And that's why I'm able to speak comfortably, because I know everything. When I'm speaking now, not even just now, but when since I've been speaking on my podcast, I've been speaking from the heart. I'm letting God lead my words and guide my words. So this is not anything that's just coming I'm speaking from a bitter place. I'm making best decisions that's best for me. That's going to continue to keep me doing the will of God. That's going to continue to keep me, trying to save souls by sharing my truth stories and testimonies in hopes that it may introduce you to the true and living God. By His grace, I live to tell my truth. So this is just, me speaking more on just where I'm at with it. Relationships have to end. Relationships have to end. And I can't even be apologetic for it because I'm not sorry for anything that I'm doing was best for me. You understand? So it's not like I can't be sorry for doing the best decision for me because I'm not disrespecting nobody by removing myself from situations that no longer serve me purpose, that no longer serve me any good. And that's in the most respectful way. That doesn't make you a bad person. That doesn't make you a negative person. That doesn't make you any of the such. That just means that me and whoever the person is or persons is, we have our season. It's over. We outgrew. It's time to move on. You know what I'm saying? It's just not, and it's respectfully. I don't want to end no relationships with anybody in a negative light, in a beefing manner, in a disrespectful manner, because that's not even where I'm at with it. Because there's no need for it. It's no need. I mean, it's no need. So, I just wanted to just share, about at this level and at this point in my life and where I'm trying to go and the things that I'm trying to accomplish and do the will of God. And that's not to say again, by all means, let me repeat this. That's not to say again that I'm perfect. That's not to say that I don't make mistakes. But if I'm trying to live for Him and do His will, I have to make decisions that's going to benefit myself and keep me in alignment with His will. When you actually working and living for God, it's a lot of sacrifices that you have to make. It's a lot of sacrifices that you have to make. But I'll sacrifice it all just to hear job well done. So at this point in my life, it's nothing personal. It's just about me help building up the kingdom, the body of Christ. That's all I'm trying to do. And if you rocking with me, you rocking. If you not rocking with me, respect. It's all good. One thing I do know, my tribe is going to be assigned to me. God has my tribe for me. So it's like God has my tribe for me. So I'm just thankful, thankful to that. I'm just thankful. So again, I just wanted to just get up here and just tell you, this journey that I'm on is not easy. Is it worth it? It's absolutely worth it. It's worth it. It's a beautiful thing because me learning and growing and getting into my stuff and identifying who I am and living purposefully and, walking down the path that I'm walking down and growing and learning and seeing so much. And I didn't even begin to see a lot, but just the little bit that I have seen and just the knowledge that I've learned and just having a relationship with God and just listening to Him, like I hear Him speak to me and just different things. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So, and I know it's only going to get greater. I know it's only going to get better. I know it's only going to get better. And I know it's only going to get greater. So, like I said, it's not easy, but it's something that must be done. When you're trying to get to another level, when you're trying to get to your next, when you're walking in God's purpose, in your purpose, when you're walking in your purpose and when you're doing God's will, it's just some things that you're going to have to do to be able to stay in alignment with what you are called to do. And it's not going to be easy things, because if it was easy, nobody wouldn't try to avoid the process. That's what I learned too. When things is easy, it'll get done. But when it's a process, this process hurt. And I think that's why I'm at 40 years old going through the process now, because you can't escape it if you want to live in your purpose. I was just living. Now I really find joy in living. because I look forward to like helping somebody. I look forward to just being in a position where I could just be able to do this, do that, help. I'm just, I don't know. I just bless God. I bless God. You know, a lot of people that I thought would be with me is not. But I still got to trust God. You know, I still got to trust God. A lot of people that I thought would is not. A lot of people that I thought wouldn't do some of the things that they do, they did. A lot of people that I thought wouldn't say some of the things that they said, they did. And this is a part of the process. This is a part of the process. And it hurt. It hurts. It hurts. But I bless God. I bless God that I'm able to still pick myself up and keep it pushing. Pick myself up and keep it pushing. Because one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not giving up. Oh, that's not an option for me. Oh, no, that's not an option for me. Oh, no. I'm not even, that's not even an option for me. Like, I'm too strong for that. I am built for it tough. I'm not saying it don't hurt. I'm not saying I don't get weak. But one thing I do know, I got God, and I know He got His hands over my life right now. And I'm thankful. And I, for a minute, I was, kept on trying to reintroduce myself because I'm not the same person. So I'm trying to, I am setting and establishing, setting boundaries, for people, because if we want to still be able to communicate with each other, you have to respect my boundary just as well as I respect yours. If no boundaries is set, we can't even just mess, because I'm 40 years old. I'm not repeating something to no grown another person. Look, this is what it is. Respect that. You tell me what it is, I respect that, and that's just that. Like, I'm not doing anything other than that. It's just respect for me. So, when you gotta make tough decisions, you gotta do what's best for you. Respectfully. I've learned going through this journey, everybody do what's best for them. Everybody do what's best for them. So once I understood and knew that everybody's going to do what's best for them, oh no. God said, So back to what I was saying about me, introducing myself. I wanted to reintroduce myself because I'm not no longer the same person. And God told me to shut up and sit my butt down and wait for Him to reintroduce myself. So y'all know when God introduced somebody publicly, y'all already know it's going to be big, right? I bless God. I bless God for the opportunities and the blessings that He has been bestowing upon me. This journey has been awesome. It's painful and it hurts, but it's been awesome. And I understand when you living for God, it's a lot of sacrifices that need to be made. And I'm willing to make them whatever sacrifices I need to make in order to hear job well done, daughter. Okay. Okay. So on that note, I want you all to have a good night. Make sure you say your prayer. Don't forget to ever speak your inner peace so that you may enter peace. Be blessed. Oh, and make sure you follow me on Instagram, inner_peace 202040, Facebook, Kima Gant, my website, innerpeacespeaks.com, on my Linktree, linktr.ee/innerpeace40. Make sure you click the link in the Instagram bio or click on Linktree, InnerPeace40, to check out my latest merch, listen to my podcast, enjoy some paparazzi jewelry. Or you get ready soon, be able to book an appointment with me for some of your coaching classes. I love it. Thank you all. Bye.